Hey you guys, it's me Kiana coming at you. You see where we're at so you know what time it is. We are about to fix our spaghetti with TVP, and that is textured vegetable protein. So, this is a great source of protein for you to use that is A, meat free, gluten free. It also, let's see what it says. It's a complete protein, but it excludes all of the bad stuff. Like it has no fat, no cholesterol, no sodium, very little carbs. It has like 2 grams of carbs, um, very little sugar, like 2 grams, and just packed with protein. So for you guys out there that are worried about people that are vegetarians, don't get enough protein. You can get protein through various ways. You can get it through, believe it or not, if you do your research, you can get it through lots of vegetables. You can get it through things like this. You can get it through nuts and grains, all that kind of stuff. So, um, yeah, so we're going to be using Bob's Red Mill TVP. And I've introduced you guys to this, and many of you are liking it so much that you've incorporated, even though you're not vegan or vegetarian, you've incorporated these TVP products into your family's lifestyle. Whether you want to have meat free days or you just want to basically stretch the meat that you are using, because it is a great source of a basically a filler that you can use with your ground beef. So you can use it in conjunction with your ground beef, your ground turkey or ground chicken, or you can use it exclusively. So, all right, you guys. So there are different things that you can do to make this taste more beef or chicken like or whatever. It does resemble ground beef when it's all said and done, but you have to understand that I am vegetarian now, so I make it totally vegetarian. So when you see the shade of color, the tan color, it resembles more of like ground turkey and ground chicken. My girl Jerem pointed that out. Yeah, I'm talking about you, girl. But you can make this into a darker texture, just like Taco Bell meat. hmm But you can make this into a darker texture by using this beef bouillon cubes. This is what a lot of people use as their uh, water agent or their broth agent. And you want to use hot water. You have to understand that this comes hydrated, okay, dehydrated. So you want to basically hydrate it with the liquid. Now you can use a little bit of water and just a few drops of liquid smoke in it. That'll make it completely vegetarian, but also change the color a little bit. The color doesn't really bother me because I use TVP with inside of my dishes. I don't use it exclusively just eating it just alone. So I always add like sauce and things like that to it. And since I'm making spaghetti, it's going to have a spaghetti sauce on it. So who cares what color it's going to be? Because when it's all said and done, it's going to look like regular spaghetti anyway. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't have to go through this process if you A, don't worry about the color, and B, if you're going to use sauce anyway on it. Okay? I hope you guys are following me. I hope I'm explaining myself well. So what you want to use is 1 cup water, and then you want to use 1 cup of TVP. Sounds like it's a little bit, but you have to understand, again, it's dehydrated. So once you hydrate it, it's going to expand. And you can serve a ton on this TVP, you guys. This is a small package. This serves 11 people, this entire package. And I found that it actually serves my family more than that. Probably because I load up on veggies in my dishes and all that kind of stuff, so I don't have to use the portion size that they actually say. Now, if you were to break this down into portions, you guys, you get 11 portions per bag at 80 calories a portion. Now, I found that I can break this down and have like 20 portions out of it. So, in essence, I'm eating about 35 calories, you guys, zero fat. Wonderful, wonderful thing. Am I right? Okay. So, I actually have, let's see, I have 8 bags, and I've only used 1 bag. Now, people that actually watch my videos, you know I ordered this from soap.com a while ago. And for me to only had used one bag, and I fixed all kinds of dishes in front of you guys and also behind the scenes that you guys haven't seen. Okay, so I fixed all of those dishes, you guys, on one bag. Mind you, three people are eating it. Myself, Pootie, and Nene. We've only cracked open one bag. Now, still a little bit left in the bag that I have already opened. And it's over there somewhere. I have a bag already open, you guys. And I still have at least one or two servings in that. So I'm just showing you guys that if you're able to also stretch it financially, because if you're using loads of veggies and stuff like that with your dishes, trust me, you won't need as much TVP, beef, chicken, turkey, all that. Okay? So again, you're going to use 1 cup of water, preferably hot water, and then 1 cup of TVP. Now, what we're going to make this spaghetti out of is we're going to use either you're going to use the Dream Castle noodles or you're going to use any kind of noodle that you like. But I'm using, I decided to use my whole grain then spaghetti, and it is made with whole wheat, all natural. Now, if you like, you can always use the Dream Castle low carb noodles, and I have those as well. You're looking at per serving about 200 calories, and your total fat is 1 gram. You're looking at probably about 30 carbs, 1 gram of sugar, and you're looking at 7 grams of protein. So you can use, again, be creative, do whatever floats your boat, basically. But that's the noodles that I'm using, and they're actually cooking in the background. I'm also going to pair it with some fresh garlic that I got a whole sleeve for 89 cents. You get 5 of them. And I mentioned the prices because I do pride myself on being able to cut my budget in half with using these tricks and tips that I share with you guys. And that way you can eat healthy and you don't have to experience what we all have experienced before, where eating healthy often comes along with spending a little bit more money. I've actually found that if I use these tips and tricks that I share with you guys, and I also have more to share, that I actually don't spend hardly anywhere near what I spent before. In fact, our budget is about $5.50 a month to feed the entire household. We eat well, you guys. I'm sorry. Yes, we do. Amen. And it's about $5.50, and we make sure we put that aside every month, you guys, to basically make sure we have anything. If we want to, Daddy want to throw some stuff on a grill, or we buy stuff in bulk as well, as you all know. And literally, our bill has been cut down. We have, out of that monthly budget, we have like $220 left. Yeah. So, and we still have a load of food in our deep freezer, our regular freezer, as well as our regular fridge. So, go figure. Anyway, we're going to use the garlic, fresh garlic. We're going to also use some onion. You guys know I'm an onion lover, so you can add extra onion if you like. Of course, I will be. You can use peppers. We're going to use our red, yellow, and green peppers, and they're sweet peppers. We're going to also use some fresh mushroom. All of these things I got on sale. You can get them in your local area just by checking the sales weekly for your area. We're going to also use the TVP, of course. We're going to also use some of this eggplant, which we're going to dice really small so that we don't know that we're really eating it, but we still get the nutritional value from it, and it also bulks up the dish. We're going to use some spaghetti sauce. You can use any sauce that you like. I'm going to also use some peeled tomatoes, crush those, and put that down in it as well. As far as seasonings, they are as follows. We're going to use a little bit of chili powder. With the TVP, you guys, you want to season. Okay? I'm not using the beef broth because that is soaked in. It's exactly what it says. It's beef. You know, it's the juices from the beef. So I don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to season well with everything else. We're going to use a little bit of adobe. I have excluded basically salt out of my diet, and I don't eat any processed foods really. The foods that I eat, not because I'm intentionally doing it, but I found that I like to prepare my own foods. A, because it's safe, because I know what is being cooked with it. I know that there isn't any meat juices sliding in from another dish that they made into my dish. I know that they're not using the same utensils that they use for cutting meat, they're using to cut my food. B, it's more economical. C, I'm able to fix prepared dishes, um, and also just put them away, and I can have quick dishes on hand, just like anybody else that wants to order carry out fast food and things of that nature. Um, and what was the other fact about it? And B, yeah, and D, it allows me to be creative with my dishes. It allows me to add whatever I want. I don't have to worry about picking out and picking through and taking out things. I don't have to worry about that. So I don't fix processed food really. I don't. Everything I fix is usually from scratch, and it's just the safest route to make sure and guarantee that you are being, in fact, a vegetarian. I found, and I'll do a video on that some other time because it's a lot of things that people don't notice, that you have to be careful with. Like for instance, ordering pizza and things like that, you have to be careful, and I'll explain to you why. What else? Garlic powder. Yes, I like garlic, so we're going to have the fresh garlic and a little bit of garlic powder as well. If you want to add a little bit of heat, you can have crushed red peppers. As for me, I try to add that individually on each dish, per serving, because you have to keep in mind that Pootie is going to be eating it, or your children are going to be eating it. So, I also have some Italian seasonings, as well as some Parmesan cheese. And I have these fresh ingredients as well. Oregano. I have some thyme, cumin. And these, I got these from my local food market. You can use these a ton of times, you guys, before they even run out. And you get them 2 for $1. So, alright, so that is what we're using. So, I'm just going to take a container. I'm going to cut all of my veggies up. I'm going to fry them in my pan. And I make sure I have my own pans, you guys, because when you're cooking, being a vegetarian, you have to be mindful that if you live in a home that people are cooking meat, you want to be mindful that those juices from the meat are being baked into the pan, whether you clean it thoroughly or not. So you have to basically treat yourself in the beginning of when you wanted to become a vegetarian. One of the things I would say is treat yourself to separate cookware. And I have my own pan. I started off with only one pan for right now, and that was basically my start off pan. I'm going to treat myself to an entire set, but I started off with one good pan, and that was a pan that I made sure that it was non-stick, but it didn't have the chemicals that are in the non-stick pans. And I just treated myself, like I said, to one pan. So you definitely want to do that. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and fix this TVP. Again, we have that 1 cup of water and 1 cup of the TVP. I've been cooking for a minute, you guys. I don't have a cookbook out for, well, gravy out for no reason. I must know a little bit of something of what I'm doing, so. Alright. And that is going to expand, you guys. So what you want to do is you just want to stir that around until it does, in fact, expand. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to just tell you what you do as far as, it's already expanding, as you can see. I'm going to tell you what you can do as far as the veggies. You want to just dice them all up. You got to remember that this TVP is already done. You're just basically mixing it all together, heating it up once all your veggies are sauteed. So I actually suggest that you don't saute your vegetables in this, because this is going to actually cause a little bit of sticking, because it's not any oil or fats in this. So what you want to do is you want to do your mushroom, your onion, your pepper, eggplant mixture, saute that, okay? And you could saute that in a little bit of olive oil, or you can just simply use a paper towel like I suggest to you guys all the time. Slide that around the pan. Put a little bit of oil on it, slide it around the pan, and that way you don't use too much oil and you use enough to coat the pan so that the veggies don't stick. If you need a little bit more oil, what I suggest is not to add that. What I do is at that stage when it needs a little bit more oil, I add a little bit of hot water, and it just sizzles and it makes the veggies um, soften a little bit more without adding extra fat. As you can see, it is transforming, you guys. Again, don't worry about the color because we're adding sauce to it. It's just like if you have ground chicken. Ground chicken and ground turkey clearly is a different color than ground beef. If the color bothers you so, use the beef broth. You can use vegetable broth and or use the water and a little bit of liquid smoke. Okay? This is transforming, as you can see. And yes, this is going to make a whole pot of spaghetti. Again, beefing up on the veggies. It's going to make a whole pot of spaghetti, so you don't have to worry about that. And this is a great dish that you can just go ahead and put in containers, whether large or small. I keep these on hand at all times. You can get these from your local Dollar Tree. You get 4 of these for $1, and you get about 6 of these for $1. Put them in serving sizes, containers, freeze it, put the lid on top, and then just heat it up in the microwave, and you have a spaghetti dinner at your disposal at any given time, and you don't have to worry about falling into the trap of not having something available. Okay. Now this is transforming, as you can see. All right. Looks like oatmeal, you guys. So it's not that much different. Again, once we put the sauce on it and everything, trust me, it'll be good. All right. And we're going to saute those veggies. My noodles should be done in the back. You're just going to simply, after you saute the veggies, you're going to add this TVP to your veggies, and then you're going to season all of that together. Once that is done, you can go ahead and transfer those veggies and TVP into your pot with your spaghetti noodles that are already drained and already al dente. Once you do that, then that's when you can add your sauce and you can add your canned tomatoes. That's it. Season a little bit more with whatever spices you like, and there you are. There you have it. You have a spaghetti dinner, as healthy as possible, as healthy as we can make it for our own personal taste. And it is meatless. It's packed with, veggies. And the carbs you don't have to worry about, because what you do is when you want to eat something like this, if you're in fact worried about carbs, when you want to eat something like this, you just be mindful the rest of the day and stay away from as many carbs as possible. That's what I do. That's how I'm able to balance. And that's what's working for me. So I hope this has helped with you guys. Yes, you didn't see me fix the entire recipe, but I tried to walk you through it. It's not always about me showing you the recipe, but I try to give you the basis so that you can actually incorporate what you like to taste into the recipe. And it gives you the ideas of that, yes, you can do it. Yes, you can do it in a healthier way. Yes, you can do it in a more flavorful way. And yes, we can still maintain our guidelines of whatever journey that you're on, whether that's a weight loss journey, whether that's a lifestyle journey, or as I'm doing, just a healthier meat journey. So I hope I've helped you in some way, shape, or form. I love you all so much. I will talk to you guys later. Make sure you look at my video before this, because it gives you some more information that I wanted to share with you guys about my meet and greet. And also, just giving you guys some love early in the morning, as I always do. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm about to finish cooking, and hopefully you can use this dish in your own home. Be blessed.